Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. How do you spend the first 15 minutes of your day? Are you stumbling out of bed, scrolling through your phone, letting the world decide your mood before you even take a breath? Or are you stepping into your morning with intention, with focus, and with purpose? Because those 15 minutes, they're not just time, they're the foundation. The foundation for a powerful, unstoppable day. Your mind, my friends, is the control center. It's where everything starts: your actions, your decisions, your energy, your vibe. If your mind isn't right, nothing else will be. But the beauty of it, you don't need hours to get your mind right. You just need 15 minutes. First, silence the noise. Before you reach for your phone, before the emails and texts and alerts take over, take a moment to just be, breathe, shut out the chaos of the world, and reconnect with yourself. That silence, it's where clarity lives. And then, gratitude. Look around you, your breath, your health, the chance to live another day. Don't take it for granted. Gratitude grounds you. It reminds you that you're already blessed, no matter what yesterday looked like. From there, start to see the day you want. Visualize it. See yourself walking into that meeting with confidence. Picture that project finished. Feel the energy of your success before it even happens. Because if you can see it, you can be it. And don't stop there. Speak life into your day. Say it out loud: I am capable. I am strong. I am ready. Affirmations aren't just words, they're power. They're you telling the world, I'm here and I'm not backing down. Then take one small action. Maybe it's making your bed. Maybe it's drinking a glass of water. Maybe it's writing down your goals for the day. Small wins build momentum, and momentum is what separates a good day from a great one. Now, here's the key: consistency. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up every single day. Because the more you reset your mind, the less you'll even need to think about it. It becomes who you are. 15 minutes. That's all it takes to turn chaos into clarity, fear into focus, and doubt into drive. So tomorrow morning and every morning after that, give yourself those 15 minutes. Reset your mind, and I promise you, you'll crush the day. Let's go out there and own it. The first 15 minutes of your day are sacred. They're not just a small window of time, they're a launch pad. How you spend those first moments sets the tone for everything that follows. Think about it: if you wake up rushed, panicked, or distracted, that energy follows you. It lingers in your actions, your thoughts, your conversations. You're reacting, not leading. But when you start with intention, you take control. Those first 15 minutes are like planting seeds. Plant the right ones and you'll grow focus, clarity, and momentum. Neglect them, and the day can easily spiral into chaos. This isn't about waking up perfect, it's about waking up aware. It's about recognizing that this small slice of time holds tremendous power. The mind is fresh in those early minutes, free from the clutter of emails, notifications, and the demands of the world. It's a blank canvas waiting for you to paint the picture of your day. And here's the truth: if you don't take control of those moments, something or someone else will. 15 minutes isn't a lot of time, but it's enough. Enough to breathe, to reflect, to focus. Enough to remind yourself of who you are and what you're capable of. It's a chance to set the narrative. Are you starting the day on your terms, or are you letting the world decide for you? This small window is a gift, a chance to build momentum before the chaos of the day begins. It's where you tell yourself, I'm ready, I'm strong, I'm in control. And once you do that, the rest of the day is yours to conquer. Everything you do begins in your mind. It's the control center of your life, the place where every thought, decision, and action takes shape. If your mind is cluttered, distracted, or filled with negativity, it's like trying to drive a car with a fogged up windshield. You can't see where you're going, and every step forward feels uncertain. Your mind determines how you interpret the world around you. Two people can face the same challenge, but the one with a clear, focused mind sees an opportunity, while the other, overwhelmed by doubt and fear, sees a roadblock. That's the power of the mind. It shapes your reality before you've even taken a step. When you wake up, your mind is at its most impressionable. It's a blank slate, waiting to be programmed for the day ahead. If you let negativity, worry, or distractions creep in, they take over and steer the day in a direction you never intended. But when you take control, when you consciously choose what thoughts to entertain, what energy to embrace, you become unstoppable. Your mind is a tool, but it needs direction. It needs clarity. It needs focus. Left unchecked, it will wander, latch onto fears, or get lost in the noise of the world. But when you guide it, when you take those first moments of the day to align your thoughts with your goals, your values, and your purpose, it becomes your greatest ally. A strong mind doesn't just react, it leads. It sets the pace. It decides how you show up, how you handle challenges, and how you move forward. And when you recognize the mind as the control center, you start treating it with the respect it deserves. You give it time to reset, refocus, and recharge because you know that everything else flows from there. The world is loud, and it's getting louder every day. Notifications, emails, headlines, opinions, and endless demands fight for your attention from the moment you open your eyes. If you're not careful, you'll get swept away by all that noise before you even have a chance to think for yourself. That's why you need to silence the noise. In those first moments of the day, before the chaos creeps in, take a step back. Disconnect. Turn off the phone. Close your eyes. Listen not to the world, but to yourself. Silence isn't empty, it's full. It's full of clarity, focus, and answers that get drowned out by the constant hum of the outside world. When you silence the noise, you give yourself permission to breathe, to be present, to feel your own thoughts instead of reacting to everyone else's. It's in that stillness that you regain control. You remind yourself that the day belongs to you, not to the demands of others. This doesn't mean you're ignoring the world. It means you're prioritizing yourself. It means you're setting boundaries and choosing when and how to engage with the noise. Because when your mind is constantly bombarded, it becomes cluttered and unfocused. But in silence, you can think clearly, prioritize what matters, and align yourself with your purpose. Silencing the noise isn't always easy, but it's necessary. It's an act of self-respect and discipline. And when you make it a practice, you'll find that the world doesn't feel so overwhelming. You'll hear your inner voice, the one that knows what you need and where you're going. And once you've tapped into that, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Gratitude is a powerful force. It shifts your perspective, grounds you in the present, and reminds you of what truly matters. In a world that constantly pushes you to want more, do more, and be more, taking a moment to feel grateful for what you already have is transformative. It's a reminder that no matter how big your challenges may seem, you're already standing on a foundation of blessings. When you wake up and consciously choose gratitude, you're setting the tone for the rest of your day. Instead of focusing on what's missing or what's wrong, you focus on what's right. Your health, your breath, the people you love, the opportunities before you, there's always something to be thankful for. And when you start your day from a place of appreciation, you create a mindset of abundance, not lack. Gratitude isn't just about saying thank you in your mind, it's about feeling it in your heart. It's about pausing to reflect on how far you've come, even if the road has been tough. It's about grounding yourself in the moment and realizing that right here and right now, you're okay. You're alive. You have the ability to face the day ahead. Grounding yourself through gratitude also keeps you connected to your purpose. It anchors you when life feels chaotic or overwhelming. It reminds you that you don't need to chase happiness, it's already within you. And from that grounded place, you can approach the day with a sense of calm, focus, and strength. Practicing gratitude doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to focus on the good despite the challenges. It's about recognizing that even in the midst of uncertainty, there are always things worth appreciating. And when you start your day rooted in that perspective, you carry a sense of peace and power that can't be shaken. Visualization is not just a technique, it's a tool of creation. It's the practice of seeing yourself already achieving what you desire, of mentally stepping into the future you're working toward. The mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's vividly imagined, so when you close your eyes and picture yourself succeeding, your mind starts to believe it's possible. It starts to align your actions, thoughts, and energy with that success. When you visualize, you're tapping into the power of possibility. You're setting a clear, focused image of your success in your mind. And by doing so, you're creating a roadmap to get there. Whether it's a career goal, a personal milestone, or a shift in your own mindset, seeing yourself already there builds confidence. You can feel the emotions of that success, how it looks, how it feels, and how it will change your life. That emotional connection to your goal gives you the energy to chase it relentlessly. The beauty of visualization is that it's not a passive process, it's an active one. You're not just dreaming, you're planning. When you can see yourself at the finish line, you know exactly what steps you need to take to get there. Every decision you make becomes clearer because the vision you've created has already set the course. You can visualize the smallest moments, the way you'll walk into a room, the confidence you'll exude, the conversations you'll have, the way you'll feel when you accomplish your goal. These moments, though simple, create a sense of certainty that can carry you through any obstacle or challenge that might arise. When you can clearly see success, nothing feels impossible. But visualization isn't just about dreaming big, it's about believing in the reality of that vision. It's about trusting that the actions you take today are building the bridge to the future you're visualizing. The more you visualize, the more your mind and your body begin to work in alignment with that vision. It becomes real, piece by piece. So every morning, take a moment to see yourself where you want to be. Feel the victory. Embrace the journey that's leading you there. Because when you visualize success, you not only create a path forward, you create the certainty that you will walk it. Affirmations are more than just words, they're declarations of power. The language you speak to yourself shapes the life you live. The things you say, believe, and think about yourself have the power to either lift you or limit you. And so, intentional affirmations are the key to taking control of your mind and ultimately your reality. When you speak affirmations, you're planting seeds of strength, confidence, and purpose. You're consciously choosing the thoughts you want to fill your mind with, rejecting negativity and doubt. Every word becomes a building block for the mindset you need to succeed. When you say, "I am strong," you reinforce that belief in yourself. When you say, "I am capable," you solidify your trust in your abilities. These are not empty words, they're declarations that push you to show up as the best version of yourself. But affirmations need to be intentional. They need to be aligned with who you are becoming, not just who you've been. It's about speaking life into your potential. It's about telling yourself the truth of who you are beyond the circumstances of the moment. The most powerful affirmations aren't about pretending things are perfect. They're about affirming the strength and determination that live inside of you, even when the road is tough. The beauty of intentional affirmations is that they create momentum. The more you speak them, the more you begin to believe them. The mind begins to accept these declarations as reality, and when you truly believe something, it becomes easier to act in alignment with it. You begin to take actions that reflect those affirmations, walking into every challenge with the confidence that you can handle it. Affirmations also allow you to control your narrative. Life is full of external noise, criticism, and challenges. But when you have your affirmations to center you, you create a mental filter that helps you dismiss anything that doesn't serve your purpose. Instead of allowing fear or doubt to dictate your next move, you anchor yourself in the truth of your own strength, reminding yourself that you are enough, you are worthy, and you are capable of achieving everything you set your mind to. These words, these affirmations are more than just motivation, they're your blueprint for the life you want to live. And when you speak them with intent, you start to shape the world around you. You start to walk in the power of your own truth. Small wins are the foundation upon which big achievements are built. Often we focus on the end goal, the grand vision of success, but it's the small, everyday victories that truly create the momentum needed to reach that bigger picture. These small wins may seem insignificant on their own, but when you add them up, they become the fuel that powers everything you do. Every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. And that progress compounds. When you accomplish a task, even something as simple as making your bed or drinking a glass of water, it signals to your brain that you're on the move. It builds a sense of accomplishment, even if it's just the first thing you do in the morning. That feeling of having completed something, no matter how minor, sets the tone for the rest of the day. The key is recognizing that momentum isn't created overnight. It's a slow, steady process of stacking one small win on top of another. Every time you accomplish something, you're telling yourself, I can do this. I am capable. And with that belief comes the confidence to tackle bigger challenges. When you look back, you realize that each tiny action was part of a much larger picture. These small wins are what build the discipline and consistency needed to achieve long-term success. They help you stay focused, especially when the larger goals feel overwhelming or distant. The truth is, if you wait for huge accomplishments to feel good about your progress, you'll often find yourself frustrated or stuck. But when you start celebrating the small victories, the journey becomes less about the destination and more about the momentum you're creating with each step. It's easy to overlook the power of small wins, but when you recognize their value, they become your secret weapon. Each small win strengthens your belief in your ability, builds your confidence, and fuels your desire to keep moving forward. And before you know it, those small actions add up to something much bigger than you could have ever imagined. The key is consistency, no matter how small. Just keep winning. And those little wins will carry you further than you ever thought possible. Perfection is an illusion. It's a moving target, always just out of reach, and chasing it can paralyze you. The quest for perfection often leads to procrastination, self-doubt, and burnout, because it creates a belief that anything less than flawless is unacceptable. But the truth is, the real power lies in consistency. Consistency is what keeps you moving, even when you don't have all the answers, all the resources, or the perfect conditions. Every step forward, even if it's not perfect, is progress. The key to growth is not about getting everything right every time, but about showing up day after day and putting in the work. Perfection might seem like the ideal, but consistency builds muscle. It teaches you resilience. It's the habit of committing to something, even when the results aren't immediate, even when things get tough. When you choose consistency over perfection, you free yourself from the constant pressure to be flawless. You embrace the process, the learning, the evolution. Mistakes aren't failures, they're lessons. When you fall short of perfection, you don't stop. You don't let it derail you. Instead, you see it as part of the journey. Every misstep, every challenge makes you stronger and more prepared for the next one. Consistency doesn't require perfection, it requires dedication. It requires the willingness to keep going, even on days when you don't feel like it. It's the commitment to your goals, to your values, to your growth, no matter how imperfect the path may seem. Because in the end, it's the small, consistent actions that build momentum and create lasting change. Perfection will always be an unreachable standard. But consistency, it's within your control. It's about making progress, no matter how small, and trusting that those daily efforts, compounded over time, will lead to extraordinary results. So let go of the need to be perfect. Instead, focus on showing up, staying committed, and letting consistency carry you forward. It's not about doing it perfectly, it's about doing it consistently, and that's how you win.